Good morning. It's Friday, June 24th, and today I'm going to give you some information about a local situation. This occurred in the town of Smithtown, where many of us live. The Smithtown Library trustees this week approved the removal of Pride Month displays from the children's rooms of the library system. Now, those displays included 29 books that are still in the library collection, but they're not on display. They include a history of the AIDS Memorial Quilt and picture books like Pink is for Boys and Pride. Pride displays remain in other areas of the system's 4 libraries, but not in the children's section. Now, Governor Hochul condemned the move, and so did many other advocates for the LGBTQ community. And that caused an uproar on social media. Apparently, there are many who are in favor of this move on social media. So this member of the board who just the recent election to become library board members. And one of those members has the backing of the Long Island Loud Majority, which is a group that is recognized as an anti-government group by the nonprofit Southern Poverty Law Center, which is a very left-leaning law center. We should understand that. And they said that she had made the proposal for the removal of the displays at the board's meeting on Tuesday night. And the vote was 4-2 in favor of the removal. So it wasn't just this one person that had the ideas that young children should not be exposed to the LGBT community. So this member of the board, Marie Giucenti, said that she has received many complaints about the displays for Pride Month. So in my experience, you can never satisfy everybody, and you have to take a stand. And the stand that was taken by the Board of Trustees is the wrong stand. Because what we stand for is freedom of speech, freedom of expression, and we don't listen to some group of people that doesn't like what's going on. If we feel it was the right thing to do, and certainly libraries and what they present to the population in any area should be 100% committed to presenting all sides of any story or issue or whatever you want to call it. Libraries are a place to provide people with an open mind the information that they need. It's a place of opening people's minds, not closing them. In a fierce rebuttal to the decision of taking down the displays, the library board president Brianna Baker Steins called the removal a reminder of the hatred and bigotry that has been festering in the town of Smithtown, driven by those with a political agenda that runs counter to the role of the library. And she said she was speaking for herself, not for the board. Well, obviously she was speaking for herself, because the board went along with the decision to remove those displays. So the library board president was against the removal. But I guess she was out for it. But at least she stepped forward and made a statement that makes sense, that is trying to tell people where Smithtown stands on many issues. Now, the other library board members chose to say nothing. And this situation is not such a thing that it's limited to the locality of Smithtown. The governor gets involved and makes a statement that says that for many LGBTQ kids, libraries are one of the few spaces where they can be welcomed and affirmed for who they are. Our public spaces should be accepting our young people, not rejecting them. That's what Hochul came out and said. So this library situation in this small locality in the middle of Long Island has reached out beyond Long Island. This situation is now a New York State situation, if not something that will be talked about around the country. So we who live in Smithtown will better recognize the fact that we are not alone in the world. What we do here can affect us, our reputations all over the country. And this was a disgraceful exhibition, in my mind anyhow. In addition to Hochul, the New York Library Association said in a statement that the Smithtown Library boards was a direct violation of the NYLA's commitment to intellectual freedom and the freedom to read that libraries are entrusted to uphold. So you got the New York Library Association on your case also. I don't think that's good for the reputation of the Smithtown Library or the reputation of the town of Smithtown. And then you have the Suffolk Cooperative Library System Director, a man called Cullen Verbesi, said in an email that the Smithtown Board was the only library in the county to ban any specific displays from any specific locations in their libraries. So the whole world seems to be coming down on Smithtown Library, on the heads of the Smithtown Library. And only a bunch of assholes would go ahead and do that move, make that move. One thing that's important that we know is that the Smithtown Library System operates independently of the town and independently of the local school districts. So the Smithtown Library System is an entity unto itself. Nobody is watching over them in a sense of a larger government influence. And so you see, just by the change in the personnel on the library board, a change of 3 people, we have fallen behind in the way we can be perceived by the rest of the communities on Long Island, if not the rest of the communities in the United States. I know it's a difficult situation to manage something, but one has to look at our Constitution and our freedom of speech and recognize the fact that unless there's something really, really awful about what's going on, you have to let history make its way. So I leave you with that this morning. Blight on the town of Smithtown, but hopefully we will survive it. I'll see you in the morning. Bye.